We already suspected that Amazon would announce a new Kindle Scribe Colorsoft at this recent hardware event. And honestly, I didn't plan on making a video about the announcement. I figured I'd just wait and put out a review once the device was actually available. I thought we'd get a mild update of the existing Kindle Scribe with the Colorsoft display we already know from the smaller Kindle. And that would be it. But I was completely wrong. Amazon didn't just tweak the Scribe, they've completely overhauled the entire product line, introducing 3 new models, a redesigned form factor, and a whole new set of features. So yeah, here we are with a quick breakdown. Just to be clear up front, I haven't had any hands-on time with the new devices yet. Everything I'm talking about here is based on official product pages, press releases, and early hands-on reports from Amazon's September event. I'll share my own impressions as soon as review units are available, so if you want to see that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, so what's new? The big headline is that Amazon is launching 3 new Kindle Scribes. A base model without a front light, a new frontlit version with upgraded screen tech, and a flagship Kindle Scribe Colorsoft, which brings color e-ink to Amazon's writing tablet for the first time. All 3 models now come with a larger 11-inch display, up from 10.2 inches on the original Scribe, but they've still managed to shave off weight and thickness. At just 400 grams and 5.4 millimeters, they're actually lighter and thinner than the previous generation. Gone is the asymmetric grip area, and what we get now is a more symmetrical tablet-like design, which we'll have to see how well it works in everyday use. But it's not just about looks. Amazon says the new displays have a more textured surface for writing, and they've reduced the gap between the glass and the e-ink layer, which should give a more direct pen to pixel feel. According to Amazon, they've also improved performance with a new quad-core processor, more memory, and a promised 40% faster writing and page turn experience. That's a big claim, and I'm really curious to see how that holds up in real use, especially since the previous Scribe already had one of the lowest pen latencies out there. So what's the difference between the 3 models? At the entry level, you get the Kindle Scribe without a front light. It has the same new 11-inch display, the same AI tools, which I'll come to in a second, and the same premium pen, just no lighting. That one will launch early next year and starts at $430. The mid-tier model adds a front light with automatic brightness adjustment and warm light settings. That one launches later this year and starts at $500. And then there's the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft, priced at $630, also coming later this year. It uses a custom oxide-based color display and offers 300 ppi for black and white and 150 ppi for color content. So it's using a color filter similar to e-ink Kaleido 3 devices, but we'll have to see whether this is actually the same tech or something newly optimized. But with more than 70 LEDs and a completely redesigned frontlight system, this could be an incredibly interesting update to the e-ink space in general. There are 10 pen colors and 5 highlighter options available. There's also a new shading tool for gradients, which could make the Scribe Colorsoft a good option for sketching. Though again, I haven't tested it yet, so I can't say much about pressure sensitivity or tilt performance, but both were already excellent on the previous model, so my expectations are high. The included premium pen hasn't changed much in terms of specs. It still doesn't need charging, but Amazon says the magnets are stronger now and it attaches more securely to the side. I'm hoping that also means fewer cases of it getting knocked off in bags or while carrying it. Now let's talk about the software, which also got some major upgrades. All 3 models come with a redesigned home screen and a feature called Quick Notes, which acts like an always-ready notepad for jotting down thoughts on the fly. That's something we've seen on other devices before, but it's nice to see it here. You also get better organization for notebooks and documents, and this is a pretty big one, Cloud Sync with Google Drive and Microsoft OneDrive plus export support to OneNote. One of the most notable additions is Amazon's new AI-powered notebook tools. These can search through handwritten notes and generate summaries of up to 15 pages. You can also refine your handwriting into a more polished script, and eventually you'll even be able to send your notes to Alexa and have a conversation about them. Once that feature rolls out, it sounds pretty great overall, but as you might expect from me, data privacy is definitely something we'll have to talk about when features like this are involved. There's also a new reading-focused AI feature called Story So Far, which gives you a spoiler-free summary of the book you're currently reading. And another one called Ask This Book, which lets you highlight a passage and ask questions about it. Kind of like ChatGPT, but for ebooks. These AI features will first roll out on the Kindle iOS app before coming to Kindle hardware next year. All models still support Active Canvas, which lets you write between lines of text in books or documents. The page automatically shifts to make room for your notes, and you can collapse the margins again when you're done. And speaking of documents, Amazon now officially supports importing files not just via Send to Kindle, but what seems like directly from Google Drive and OneDrive. That's a long overdue improvement for anyone using the Scribe in a work or school environment. Battery life is also supposed to be solid across the board. The Colorsoft model promises up to 8 weeks of reading or 2 weeks of writing on a single charge, assuming 30 minutes of use per day with wireless off. The frontlit model bumps that up to 12 weeks of reading, and the no-light version pushes it even further, up to 16 weeks of reading and 3 weeks of writing. And finally, if you're wondering about security, Amazon highlights this in the product pages, stating that all data is encrypted in transit and at rest. So what do you think? Honestly, I'm both impressed and surprised. This is one of the biggest updates we've seen to the Kindle platform in years. Between the color display, the AI tools, better document integration, and the improved hardware, this really feels like Amazon listened to feedback. I'll be reviewing all 3 Kindle Scribes as soon as possible, so if you want to see how they actually perform in real-world use, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks for your time watching, and I'll see you in the next one.